Okay, this is a classroom stroke review. First a couple things. So we're going to talk a lot about efficiency and the way the racket moves. Efficiency is the least amount of moving parts with the least amount of muscle recruitment. When we talk about strokes, we talk about the dimensions of the court and physical laws. No coach's opinion or any unique theory. Okay? You don't want to violate the physical laws with your swings. So we'll start with the ready position. The easiest way to find the ready position is take the bottom of your racket, stick it in your belly button, and push out. Depending on your size, you'll want to be able to drop a volleyball or a beach ball or a basketball in between your arms. So you're in this position. The right elbow is raised. Your grip is on number 3. So we're going to talk about the forehand volley first. You're going to make a unit turn, grip on 3. The racket face will be vertical. The right elbow, if you're right-handed, will be raised. If the elbow goes down, you can see how the racket face opens, so you want to keep that elbow raised. It's a pushing motion. You're going to keep this arm bent. It's going to go bent to bent. Step and swing together, ideally ending up in a sideways 45 position, left hand close to your racket for balance. So one more time. Ready position. You're going to make a unit turn. The racket face is vertical. It's a pushing motion. You're going to step and go forward. So we said the forehand volley is a pushing motion. Now we're going to go with the forehand ground stroke. It's a circular lifting motion. Ready position is the same. When we talk about efficiency, you want to turn for your forehand volley. Why do we want to do like this? Just so you can have a simple forehand return. So if I turn like this, it's not going to be very efficient for me hitting a forehand return as the serve comes faster and faster. So now for the forehand ground stroke. Turn like you're going to turn for a volley. Now you're going to turn more for the forehand ground stroke. The racket's up high, racket face is slightly closed. Elbows raised. Racket and body work together. If you sit in the chair, we call it 3-point landing, like your racket's petting the dog. From here, the racket's on the inside. You're going to swing inside out, away from your body, vertical at contact. You've lifted. Now from here, you're going to keep the your wrist fixed, and you're going to swing all the way out to your target, ending on balance, finishing way up high. So one more time, circular lifting motion. You're going to make a unit turn. You're going to have a circular swing. You're going to sit in the chair. You're going to lift to contact. You're going to follow through way out to your target, finishing on balance. So moving on to the backhand side, we'll start with a two-handed backhand volley. Ready position is the same. You're going to do 3 things at once. You're going to make a unit turn. You're going to change your grip, and you're going to straighten your right arm if you're right-handed. So grip on 3. Make a unit turn. You're going to change your grip to the right side of the first panel. If I change it just a little bit, the racket face is open. So from here, you want to have a vertical racket face again. From here again, volleys are pushing motion. So we're in this position. You're going to step and push together. Straight to straight. On the forehand side, it was bent to bent. On the backhand side, it's straight to straight. So one more time. You're going to turn. You're going to change your grip. You're going to straighten your right arm. Racket face should be vertical. You're going to step and push together. Sideways at impact, straight, pushing away from your body. Now if the ball's below net level, the racket face only needs this open slightly, less than 10 degrees. So if I'm in this position, all I do is I go bend my knees, get eye level, and I open the racket face. So I don't have to make any crazy adjustments. So now for the two-handed backhand ground stroke. So it's a circular lifting motion again, same as the forehand side. So I'm going to make a unit turn. I'm going to change my grip to the right side of number 1, straighten my right arm. Now I'm just going to turn more. Okay, so the racket's on the inside, racket face is up high, and it's slightly closed. So when my rack and body work together, I sit in the chair, 3-point landing, I swing away from my body and lift. Front leg ideally straight at impact, racket face vertical. Same thing, I'm going to track out to my target, finishing on balance. See, the best backhands in the world, the Djokovic, Andre Agassi, when they finish, their rackets are way up high, and if they're right-handed, the tip of their racket is facing to their left. So they haven't had any vertical play or horizontal play. So now for the one-handed backhand volley. Grip on number 3, ready position. You're going to do 3 things once again. You're going to turn, you're going to change your grip to the right side of number 1, and you're going to straighten your right arm. With a one-handed backhand volley, you want to put your index finger on the strings and cradle the throw to your racket for racket head maneuverability. So turn, change my grip, straighten my right arm. It's a pushing motion again. You're going to step and push together. Racket face will open slightly at the end, and I'll turn sideways, and your hand-to-hand forms a straight line. You've pushed away from your body, body weight's on your back, on your front foot, ideally feeling like your head's in front of your stepping foot. Now for the one-handed backhand underspin. So you're going to turn for a one-handed backhand volley. Change your grip to the right side of number one. Now you're going to turn more than sideways. Stay sideways. Racket face will slightly open. You just lay your arm back, and you're going to swing like an inverted bow and arrow. You're going to step and swing. Hand-to-hand forms a line, finishing way up high. So from the side, so you're going to turn for a one-handed backhand volley. You're going to turn more, tilt the arm back so the racket face will open slightly. Swing like an inverted bow and arrow. Some people say banana. Step and swing, finishing hand-to-hand forms a line. Your right hand will be higher than your left arm, and your left hip will be higher than your right hip. So we've gone through the volley, we've gone through the ground stroke. So volleys are pushing motion on both sides. Ground strokes are circular lifting motions. High, low, high, inside out. So for the overhead is an abbreviated serve. So you're going to have your grip on a continental grip, which is the second panel. So from the ready position, you're going to turn, you're going to cradle the throw to your racket, you're going to keep the racket, you're going to turn, we say salute position. The tip of the racket is facing forward. So you're in this position. You're going to turn sideways. You're going to be looking, you don't want binocular vision where I'm looking straight ahead. You want to be looking over your left shoulder if you're right-handed. So from this position, the racket and the elbow, the racket goes between the elbow and the shoulder. Okay, from this position. It's like you're combing your hair. Then from this position, the racket goes in this way. So it's like you're talking on a cell phone. You're going to swing way up to impact, high five a giant. If you have a wristwatch, you could check your wristwatch and finish sideways, going right over left. So one more time. It's a throwing motion. So from the ready position, you turn, you step back into salute position. So then the racket travels in between your elbow and your shoulder, combing your hair, talking on a cell phone, high-fiving a giant, checking your wristwatch, making the power letter X. Now for your serve. You want to be really, really relaxed. You want to have what we call handcuffs. So the right arm, so if you're right-handed, the right racket's resting on your wrist. You have the cradle, you're carrying the ball here. Body weight should be on your front foot. We call it bathroom scale number 1. When you turn this way, you want to rotate. So when your toe turns in, your knee turns in, your hip turns in. So you'll be in this position. Body weight's transferred to your back foot, which is bathroom scale number 2. Then the racket will travel, we call this the cobra position. Then you'll arc the ball forward like a letter J, keeping it to your right. The racket will then travel between your elbow and your shoulder, combing your hair, not literally combing your hair. You want the racket to travel back here, not so close to your head. So combing your hair, talking on a cell phone, high-fiving a giant, making the letter X, finishing on balance. So it's a throwing motion. So turn, toss, throw. And you need to practice and shadow these swings every day. Once in the morning, once before you go to bed. Take you 42 seconds to shadow each of the drills. So forehand volley, it's a pushing motion. Step and go forward. Circular swings on both forehand and backhand ground strokes. High, low, high, inside out. Making sure that you have a continental grip on your serve, combing your hair, keeping your palm down. If you have a palm up serve, you're going to have to pull down to meet at impact. So with this one, you're going to be able to swing way up, swing away from your body. But hopefully these helps and you practice a lot at home.